We are saying bye-bye to 2023. 2024 is about to begin in terms of IELTS and everything else. Let us look at some of the topics which may be asked in the real exam before the cue cards and the follow-ups and the introductory round questions for IELTS speaking change, and that is going to happen somewhere in the mid of January 2024. जनवरी 2024 के मिड में सेकेंड वीक के आसपास IELTS के स्पीकिंग के टॉपिक्स चेंज होने शुरू हो जाएंगे। इस दौरान जो स्टूडेंट्स IELTS के रियल टेस्ट के लिए जा रहे हैं उनके लिए कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट क्यू कार्ड्स और उनसे रिलेटेड फॉलोअप्स। मोस्ट लाइकली इफ यू प्लान टू अपीयर फॉर योर IELTS स्पीकिंग टेस्ट इन द मीनवाइल you may face these topics. So I am going to say the cue card and the follow-ups. Please pause the screen, please take a screenshot, do whatever, but make sure that you practice these because this is not a random guesswork. These are important exam topics. So the first cue card, describe a time when you solved a problem by using computer. I say the cue card again, describe a time when you solved a problem using computer. Let's look at the follow-ups. Where can people learn to use electronic devices? Do you think social media platforms like YouTube are good places for people to learn to use electronic devices? Do you think current electronic devices are better than those in the past? And the last one for this cue card, why do people often have problems when using new products? Moving on to the next cue card, describe someone you know who often helps others. Pretty common, very oftenly asked in the real IELTS test. The follow-ups, how can children help their parents at home? Should students do community surveys and why? Do students in your country do volunteer work? And why do some people do volunteer work all over the world? The next cue card is describe a job you are interested in. I say that again, describe a job that you are interested in. The follow-ups, there are 7 of them. What kind of jobs are popular in your country? Do people in your country do the same job throughout their whole life? How would you define an interesting job? When do you think is the right time for young people to start making their future careers? What kind of people do low salary jobs? Should universities arrange classes for students to teach them how to find jobs? And the 7th one, if they do, what skills should students learn in such classes? The next one is describe someone you know who has recently moved to a new place. Or this cue card is sometimes also asked, describe someone you know who has recently moved to a new place and brought a positive change. The follow-ups, why do some young people keep moving? What's the difference between living alone and living with roommates? Is it positive for young people to live by themselves? Apart from cooking, are there any skills people need to learn if they live independently? Moving on to the second last one, describe an exciting adventure you would like to go on. The follow-ups, do you think children are more interested in adventurous stories? Why are some children addicted to adventurous games? Why do some people prefer to read adventure books rather than take an adventure? And does experiencing adventures broaden people's horizons? I repeat this question again. Does experiencing adventures broaden people's horizon? And the last one for this video, describe a rule that is important in your school or at work. The follow-ups, what rules should people follow when using public transport? Do parents in your country ask their children to obey rules? And what kind of rules should be made at home? My name is Vikas Sharma. I represent Insignia Overseas. It's one of the leading IELTS and PTE institutes in Haryana, and we make sure that we make IELTS simple for you. Thank you.